Well, Keith, thank you so much for being here with us today. Give our viewers an introduction to WeedMD. Who are you? What do you do?
For sure, and thank you for having me. So WeedMD is a licensed producer of medical cannabis located currently in Elmer, Ontario, which is just outside of London. Critically, we are one of, we were the 30th license granted in the country back in the spring of 2016. We are fully licensed, which puts us, amongst a very sort of smaller group of licensees than the broader spectrum that you see licensed today. That being able to sell dried cannabis, able to sell oils, and also critically, we also sell genetics. So we sell a lot of live plants to other licensed producers as well as people who grow their own at home, which was a market that a lot of our peers in the industry saw as a threat to their business, whereas we chose to see it as an opportunity. So that's been a great little business for us. Critically, we have an expansion project that's currently underway and should be licensed in the very, very near term. And that's located about 40 minutes from our current facility. So very nice. We have a lot of logistical advantages by having the two facilities so close to each other. And that's a 98-acre farm with 14 acres of greenhouse that currently is built. So this is not something where it's prospective greenfield opportunity. It's something that exists today. It's state of the art. We're super excited about this opportunity. We'll have 1 acre of that 14 being licensed in the very near term, and we will progressively extend ourselves into the remaining facility over time. So our medical business is booming. Our expansion platform is there. We will have product coming from that facility in time for the rollout of the recreational market. Hopefully that rollout is sooner than later, but we're very excited about what the future holds on the WeedMD side for sure.
Exactly. So right now you're focusing, as you say, on the medical market. Is retail, is recreational also going to be part of that strategy, perhaps going forward?
Well, yeah, and it's interesting you should mention that because other than that expansion milestone that's in our very near term, we also have, of course, a merger that was announced just last month with a company called Hiku Brands Corporation. And Hiku Brands is basically an umbrella company that holds a number of different brands and a retail operation that currently exists here in Canada. In the future, many of those currently operating as coffee shops and paraphernalia shops and accessory shops will be converting over to be dispensaries in those jurisdictions where that's allowable. As well, Hiku has plans for an expanded retail presence across the country. For one example, they were one of 4 licensees, master licensees in the province of Manitoba, where they will be able to open somewhere between 9 and 16 stores in the province in what essentially is sort of a government-mandated oligopoly, if you will, amongst those 4 master license holders. So the nice piece of this opportunity, and when going back to your recreational question, is that the combined entity will have a very significant production platform by which we'll be able to supply a very significant, in the near term, retail platform, thus controlling the product all the way through the supply chain and controlling, of course, at the end of the day for our investors, the margin all the way through the supply chain.
So what's the timeline of the proposed merger, and what will the new company look like?
Yeah, so the merger is anticipated to close in early July.
Okay.
We are all working diligently towards that goal. The nice piece about the integration of the two companies, when you ask what it will look like, is that the two companies were very, very complementary. I think we can all agree when you look at this industry, we're going to see a lot of consolidation in the near term and the medium term for sure. I don't know that you would see a consolidation or a merger of companies such as this that will make as much sense. Because on the WeedMD side, we've got the production platform, we've got an experienced team, again, on the cultivation side, on the medical side, we've got a growing medical business. On the Hiku side, we've got folks who are thinking about branding and marketing and retail and are very good at those skills. And so by combining the two, we put together the whole package. What we lacked, they had. What they lacked, we had. So again, the combined entity is something we're all very excited about.
So going forward, we've got the merger, we've got licensing for the expanded production facility. What other catalysts are shareholders looking forward to?
Well, there's a bunch of others. I mean, obviously those are the two major ones on our near-term horizons. But beyond that, we can look to, on the Hiku side, further licenses and rollout of the retail platform, further fleshing out and additions to the brand, the stable of brands that exist within that entity today. On the WeedMD side, we've got some really interesting things happening on the product development category side, on the production side, obviously, and we're very excited about all those pieces as they come together, because they'll fit together as we develop new products on the WeedMD side. They'll ultimately find their way into the retail shops on the Hiku side, for instance.
So Keith, finally, where can our viewers go to to hear more about WeedMD and follow the developments with the new company? Sure.
I mean, the easiest way to direct folks at this point in time would be to our website, www.weedmd.com. There's an investor section within the website whereby you can see our press releases and blogs and information. You can also sign up to be on our regular investor database, and we'll be sure to keep in touch with everyone who signs up, and look forward to telling you more about all the milestones as they happen.
Great. Well, thank you again, Keith.
Thank you so much.